Magandang hapon sa ating lahat, mga kaibigan, kababayan ng kapatid ko dito sa Malaysia, mga Filipino communities dito sa Malaysia, sa West Malaysia, sa Sabah, Sarawak, and in general, sa Malaysia itself po, no? Kumusta kayo? And of course, sa mga Malaysian friends natin, I would like to greet each and every one of you. Salamat, Patang. Good afternoon to each and every one of you. And of course, ang mga overseas Filipino warriors kung nasaan man kayo and monitoring itong programa natin nito, The Real Talk with Nico. And same thing goes. Ang greetings natin sa mga kapatid, kababayan, kaibigan natin dyan po sa Pilipinas. Today is Wednesday and wag natin kalimutan po. Watch carefully itong programa natin nito, The Real Talk with Nico. Today po, Wednesday, February 4 po. Dahil mayroon na po ang bagong balita tungkol sa impeachment ni impeachment complaint against BBM or Pangulong Junior po, no? And ano nangyari po? Yun sa discussion, today's discussion na yun po between Senator Rodante Marcoleta and si Senator Kiko Pangilinan po. Klarong-klaro po, no? Two issues lang tayo ngayon po sa impeachment ni BBM at saka ang exchange of words between Senator Rodante Marcoleta and Kiko Pangilinan po tungkol sa West Philippine Sea po. Ano ang stand ng Pilipinas po tungkol sa dispute between China and Philippines po sa West Philippine Sea. So I will be sharing with you po some footages and I will strongly advise each and every one of you who is watching itong programa natin nito, The Real Talk with Nico today po, to watch talaga itong dalawang issues na mayroon tayo po. Litas na si Marcos. Litas na si PBM when it comes to yung dalawang impeachment sa kanya po. No? One was made by Attorney Andre De Jesus. And the second impeachment complaint filed dyan po sa House of Representatives. Yun grupo nila Makabayan Bloc, ang grupo nila Congresswoman Laila De Lima po, no? And si Congressman Tino, ang Congresswoman Rini Ko, and of course si Sara Elago po. And lahat pa po ang mga supporters nila po, which it was, ang complaint nila po was submitted last week and nag-start na po Monday, last Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday po. This is the third hearing carried out by Justice Committee of the House of Representatives po. Ano ang resulta po? Kaya sabi ko, ligtas si Pangulong Junior Marcos po. Ibig sabihin, wala nang ibang impeachment complaint po can be submitted to the House of Representatives against BBM. They have to wait for 1 year po. 1 year po. 1 year. And the result or ang decision po ng Justice Committee spearheaded by Congresswoman or Representative Jinky Luistro, no? This afternoon po, it only shows na wala na talaga po. Ligtas na talaga si President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos when it comes to the impeachment exercise po sa mga impeachable government officials kagaya ang presidente, ang vice president po, and other impeachable officers po or officials po. So, to start with, ang ang issue natin po, let me share with you po ang updates, latest developments po. It did not come as a surprise. Everybody, whether we like it or not, I am not against Marcos, neither I am supporting the other camp. No? But obviously po, since day one, no? nag-file itong impeachment complaint. First impeachment complaint, second impeachment complaint, although mayroon third impeachment complaint, but it did not prosper po or it did not push through, no? Ang grupo ni former Congressman Mike Defensor, no? Claiming that wala mangyari itong impeachment complaint against Pangulong Junior po. So, nandito ang latest developments na mayroon tayo po. For your information, mga kababayan ko, kaibigan ko, kapatid ko po, ito ang news. Both impeachment complaints filed against President Bongbong Marcos Jr. failed to pass the initial stage after the House Committee on Justice found them insufficient in substance, effectively dismissing the case. After the third hearing, today po, wherein they check kung mayroon ba, whether it is sufficient in substance po ang complaint raised by first impeachment complaint by Attorney Andre De Jesus, and second impeachment complaint brought by the Makabayan Bloc. Ang findings nila po ng Justice Committee na insufficient in substance. So, immediately, effectively, after the votation, dismiss po. Dismiss ang case. Anong ibig dismiss ang case po? Wala na po. Patay na. No need to bring ang mga affidavit ka or ebidensya po, whatever po. Wala na. Patay na. It's dead. Dead na po. Tapos na ang storya. Okay, the committee held its third hearing on Wednesday, ibig sabihin today po, February 4, focusing on the Makabayan endorsed complaint and the alleged offenses it raised. After an exhaustive deliberation, the panel proceeded to a vote. Ito na po ang vote. Vote result po. In a 42, 1, and 3 vote, the Justice Committee found that the first impeachment complaint against Marcos insufficient in substance. It also ruled the same in a 39 and 7 vote for the Makabayan endorsed complaint. Kay De Jesus po, ang votation result was 42 saying insufficient ang substance ng complaint. 1 says sufficient and 3 po nag-abstain. Diyan naman po sa Makabayan Bloc endorse sa complaint, ang resulta ng votation po was 39 insufficient ang substance, insufficient in substance ang complaint nila po, and 7 said sufficient. So talo po. The second complaint lists the following alleged offenses under the alleged or charge of betrayal of public trust. Ang natayo po. Total, tapos na ito po. Unlike the review of the first complaint filed by lawyer Andre De Jesus and endorsed by representative of ang first complaint po, it was filed by attorney Andre De Jesus and endorsed by Representative Jet Nisay. Siya po ang representative ng party list ng Pusong Pinoy party list. Lawmakers were divided over the second complaint. Some argued that the allegation constituted the cited grounds for impeachment, which was betrayal of public trust, while many disagreed. Committee members also appeared to differ in their interpretations of what constitutes a complaint's sufficiency in substance. Most panel members argued that the undeniable and solid proof of the alleged offense is required at this stage, leaving no room for hypothetical assumptions, even if the complaint includes a narration of possible evidence establishing the impeachable offense. Okay? Now, bakit kaya po? Bakit kaya? Ano ito? Why it may be insufficient in substance. The nearly 5 hour, imagine po, ano? Kaninang umaga hanggang this afternoon, it took almost 5 hours po ang deliberation. Nearly 5 hours deliberation revealed that many lawmakers doubted the reliability of the cited evidence and testimonies, arguing the complaint failed to demonstrate a direct link to the president. Other arguments raised by the panel's members included the view that no public order exists from Marcos in the creation of the parametric formula. Vice Chairman Isabel Maria Zamora of San Jose Lone District said having an imperfect policy direction is not by itself an impeachable offense. Let me, mga detalles na po, ang mga discussion nila po, I will not be touching anymore po. Dahil tapos naman eh. Maskin na anong sigaw natin dyan po, tapos na. Finish na, pass the paper na po. Tapos na po. So, wala nang problema. Si Bongbong Marcos po. Presidente Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. Wala nang problema po tungkol sa impeachment. Kung mayroon pong gusto mag-complain sa kanya po, maghintay after 1 year. 2027 naman po. Alright? So, okay. I'll try to see kung makuha ko ito po, ang video clip. Video clip. Saan ito? Sandali, ha? Ang video clip. Baka I can share with you itong video clip po ni Representative Louis Strong. Hold on, ha? I'll try to get kung pwede ba ito.
The motion for the declaration of sufficiency.
Sandali. We will see kung makuha natin ito po. Alright. Sandali.
Against the motion.
Hold on po. Ito. Let's watch and listen to this.
The chair therefore declares the impeachment complaint of De Jesus insufficient in substance.
Sandali po. Paano ito, ha? How can we...
At this juncture,
Hold on. Sandali po.
the chair is ready to hear the motion for the
Tingnan
declaration
natin ito.
with a vote of
Sandali.
42 in favor.
Tingnan natin. Okay? Ito ang quotation
You
kanina
may
po.
put down your hands. With a vote of 42 in favor of the motion, 1 against the motion, and 3 abstain, the chair therefore declares the impeachment complaint of De Jesus insufficient in substance.
Insufficient in substance. Ang complaint ni Attorney Andre
At
De
this
Jesus.
juncture,
42,
the chair
1, 3.
is ready to hear the motion for the declaration of sufficiency in substance of Masa et al. Impeachment
Madam
complaint.
Chair,
The Honorable Erice is recognized.
Madam Chair, I move that we declare the Masa complaint as sufficient in substance. So move, Madam Chair.
There is a motion to declare the Masa et al. Impeachment complaint sufficient in substance. Is there any second?
Second the
Who
motion,
seconded?
Madam Chair.
The Honorable De Lima seconded. Is there any objection?
I object.
The motion has been objected to. We therefore divide the House. Let me restate. The motion is to declare Masa et al. Impeachment complaint sufficient in substance. Those who are in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. You may put down your hands. Those who are not in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand.
Are you okay?
You may put down your hands. Those who abstain, please raise your right hand.
Hindan natin po ang announcement ng voting result. Ito na po sa Makabayan Block second impeachment complaint against BBM.
With vote in favor of the motion, 7, and those against the motion, 39, with 0 abstention. The chair declares the Masa et al. Impeachment complaint insufficient in substance.
Alright, yun po, narinig natin ang resulta po, no? Sa first complaint and second complaint. First and second complaint, lahat po insufficient in substance. Because it is insufficient in substance po, they cannot link ang mga allegations nila to President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos po, no? The Justice Committee, based on the votation result, effective immediately po, dismiss na po itong impeachment complaint. Obviously, nakita natin po ang taong bayan. Karamihan ng mga Filipinos po, both in the Philippines and those outside the Philippines po, we are already expecting this kind of result. No? This kind of result po. Karamihan. No? I'm not saying all, but marami, karamihan po. No? Karamihan. And it only shows that yun po, nakita natin po na marami pa mga congressmen, no? Marami pa mga congressmen po who are really supporting ang administration Marcos po. They do not want to see BBM will be impeached. No? Will be impeached. So, klaro-klaro po. So, what will happen? Itong impeachment ni Inday Sara Duterte, Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, same procedure din po. It will follow. And let's wait and see. And ako din po, I'm going to monitor ang situation po when the time comes for ang Justice Committee of the House of Representatives, kung sakali matuloy talaga ito po. We will see po. Because they will also try to establish sufficient in form and sufficient in substance po ang complaint against Inday Sara Duterte, Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. So far, based on the record po, dalawa na impeachment complaint, bagong impeachment complaint were filed dyan po sa House of Representatives sa opisina ng Secretary General, no? That is official. Official na yun po. So let's see po what will happen. Shoutout muna tayo kay Ramsey Lambuayan, no? Thank you very much for watching and tuloy lang po, no? Si Ramsey to watch kasi maganda ang mga topics natin dito po, no? Siguro sa mga DDS, ha? DDS supporters, it comes in as a bad news, but for the Marcos supporters po, masayang-masaya sila ngayon dahil ligtas na ang presidente, si President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos sa dalawang impeachment complaint against him. Ha? Kung mayroon man, hintayin natin 2027, Febrero na naman po. Ha? Yun po, that's the Constitution. So wala tayong magawa dyan. Okay. So, ang next topic natin dito po, no? Ang next topic natin dito is I want to touch about, alam mo na yun, since nag-start last Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday po, no? And today they will be making, in fact, ang Senado, ongoing ang session nila. They're talking about resolution filed by Senator Kiko, Pangilinan, about yung issue ng West Philippine Sea po. No? May mga discussion na po. It was very hot between Marcoleta, Senator Marcoleta and si Pangilinan. And si Pangilinan po. No? 2 days, 3 days, I think this is the 3rd day na po. No? And today, si Senator Peter Cayetano po will be asking questions sa senator ng author ng bill na yon po. So, let's see what will happen po, no? Kasi, to be frank with you po, bago lang ako dumating dito sa Kuala Lumpur, no? Bago lang ako dumating dito sa Kuala Lumpur. A few, I think, slightly over 1 hour po, no? Yung dumating, nag-touchdown ang plane namin dito sa Kuala Lumpur International Airport po. That was 2:20 po, no? And I immediately open up ang phone ko po to see kung ano ang resulta ng ongoing hearing dyan po sa Kongreso. But it was only until 3 o'clock, no? Until 3 o'clock po wherein lumabas na po ang mga resulta. So, nandito na ako ngayon sa bahay and sabi ko, I better do the announcement para sa mga followers natin ng Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. So, that is the latest po, no? Latest updates. Diktas na ang presidente. Alright? Now, let's go to the Marcoleta Pangilinan issue po. First thing first po, I want to share with you ang report. So, at least you will have an idea, no? Ang report po. Sana yon. Medyo, I'm a little bit rushing. So, hindi ito in order. So, sana, I will try to see, kung pwede tayo makuha ito po. Itong report na ito po.
Ang OSG tinutupad.
Matayo na ulit bilang abogado ng gobyerno, Solicitor General para depensa ng pagpaparesto.
Okay, hindi ito. This one is not the one. Sandali lang po ha. Let me check. Check muna tayo dito ang report. Mayroon tayo dito yung report eh. Sana lang makakuha ko
We
ito.
are unable to do that.
Dalawang araw na ang
Nandito po. Nandito po. Listen, watch carefully itong news report po galing sa Maynila po.
We are unable to do that.
Dalawang araw na ang nagkakainitan sina Senador Rodante Marcoleta at Kiko Pangilinan. Ang ugat niyan, ang sukat ng West Philippine Sea. Nasa frontline ng balitang yan si Mobile Journal, Merimon Reyes.
Pareha lang po ba ginawan ng caricatures or effigy yung mga heads of state ng Vietnam, ng Malaysia, ng iba pang karating bansa? Hindi kailangan, Mr. President, dahil wala naman silang water cannon sa atin.
Mainit ang naging debate ni Senators Kiko Pangilinan at Rodante Marcoleta sa deliberasyon ng Senate Resolution No. 256. Yan ang resolusyong kinokondena ang mga payag ng Chinese Embassy sa mga opisyal ng Pilipinas.
Our
Pero part 2 na yan dahil kahapon pa sila nagtatalo. Ang ugat niyan, ang tamang sukat, lawak at grid coordinates ng West Philippine Sea. Kahapon, iginiit ni Senator Marcoleta na kailangang malaman ang eksaktong sukat ng West Philippine Sea. Mahirap daw kasing ipagtanggol ang Pilipinas kung ganyang simpleng tanong hindi masagot.
Because if we are unable to do that, baka mahirapan po tayong ipagtanggol hanggang saan ang sa atin.
Pero buwelta ni Senator Pangilinan,
Napagpasahan na ng International Arbitral Tribunal. There is nothing to defend. It has been resolved in our favor. What we have to now defend and uphold is the ruling.
pero idiniin ni Marcoleta. Nanalo nga ang Pilipinas sa arbitral ruling pero hindi malinaw sa kung hanggang saan ang West Philippine Sea.
Alam po ba ng ating honorable gentleman from Pampanga and Quezon City na pag ginamit po natin yung West Philippine Sea na 200 nautical mile limit ng ating exclusive economic zone, 17 features po ng Calayan Island Group ang mawawala. Are we trying to say here that the arbitral ruling was erroneous and therefore we should stop claiming what was awarded us? I don't see the logic, Mr. President.
Nilinaw naman ni na Senate President Tito Soto at Senator Risa Hontiveros na kahit ang China, walang fixed at internationally recognized na geographic coordinates sa inaangkin nitong malaking bahagi ng West Philippine Sea. Pero muling naulit ang debate ni Pangilinan at Marcoleta kanina. Hirit ni Marcoleta, may iba rin namang bansang nakakairingan ng China pero hindi umabot sa punto ng iringan nito sa Pilipinas. Ang sinisisi niya, ang umano'y pa-rock star ng mga pahayag ni PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea na si Commodore J. Tariela.
I know that being bombastic, Tariela earns him likes and makes him probably feel like a rock star, Mr. President. I know national anger sells newspapers. I know mindless patriotism wins.
Pero sagot sa kanya ni Pangilinan,
Least that we should do as a Senate is rally behind our Department of National Defense.
bukas didesisyonan ang kahihinatnan ng resolusyon. Pero hindi lang sa Senado nagkakainitan sa issue ng West Philippine Sea, kundi pati sa House Plenary kahapon. Diretsahan itong tinumbok sa privilege speech ni Minority Floor Leader Congressman Marcelino Libanan.
This is not a defense of China, nor a retreat from our sovereign rights. This is an honest call for discipline, propriety, and adherence to the standards required of public officials under our laws. Patriotism is not measured by how loudly we speak, but how responsibly we act.
Wala siyang pinangalanan, pero sinita niya ang paggamit ng caricature ni Chinese President Xi Jinping na siyang ginamit ni Tariela sa isa niyang presentation sa isang university lecture. Buwelta naman dyan ni Cagayan de Oro Representative Rufus Rodriguez.
I am insulted that a member of this Congress will stand up in favor of China. Madam Speaker, Jay Tariela is doing his job as spokesman of the Philippine Coast Guard.
Banta niya pa, ipapa-ethics niya si Libanan pag di nito inatras ang kanyang privilege speech. Pero di nagpatinag si Libanan.
I hope the minority leader recants his speech. Because if not, then Madam Chair, he has therefore failed in his duty and his oath to this Congress, the representatives of the people. Ako po ay nire-request na mag-withdraw ng aking privilege speech, hindi ko po i-withdraw po yan.
Nagbabalita mula sa frontline. Mobile Journal, Mary Mon Reyes, News 5.
Alright, na yun po, narinig natin po, hindi lang sa Senado, no? Grabe ang debate dyan po sa Senado, sino hanggang sa House of Representatives. Now, if you look at the point, mga puntos nila po, no? Ano ang gusto ang si Senator Rodante Marcoleta po is ganito. Sabi niya, walang mangyari sa atin kung hindi tayo preparado, equipped with whatever we need when we start claiming, fighting ang kung ano man dapat sa Pilipinas, dyan po sa West Philippine Sea po. Dapat may mga ano na tayo, coordinates, no? May mga ebidensya talaga tayo, mga documents po, ang mapa natin, so forth and so on, no? And sabi ni Marcoleta po, walang mangyari sa atin, no? Kung tuloy natin ang batikos, left and right. Batikos ang Pilipinas, answered by China, and then ilang beses na yun po, no? We are not coming to a win-win solution, but we are aggravating lang po ang problema. Yun ang sabi ni Marcoleta, and yun din po sa Kongreso po, no? But ang kabilang kampo, ang administrasyon po, they were saying, they look at it, ang mga opinion nila Marcoleta po, they look at it, they're claiming, they're saying, they're accusing na pabor sila sa China, sila Marcoleta. Actually, hindi. Sabi niya, no, we are not. We are fighting for the rights of the Philippines, sabi ni Marcoleta po. Paano tayo, how can we win the case kung hindi tayong equipped with the necessary mga weapons natin po, mga dokumento natin po. Instead of batikos ng batikos, tama na yan, we'll do a job, kagaya ang si Commodore Tariela, no? Do his job. Para wala na tayong problema po. So once we submit ang mga documents natin sa United Nations o kung sino-sino po, may malaki ang ano natin, ang case natin. Yon ang gusto nila. Jeril Ramirez, thank you very much for watching po, no? So yan po ang debate dyan po sa Senado at saka sa Kongreso. So do not misinterpret po kung ang grupo nila Marcoleta o si Marcoleta po is trying to, you know, correct what should be corrected. No? It doesn't mean, if he's vocal on this thing po, it doesn't mean that he is supporting ang China. No? He made it very clear po na he is supporting ang China. Wala ang Pilipinas po. Wala nang iba. No? Wala nang iba. So let's see po. Tingnan natin ano ba ito? If I can get. You listen to this po. Mayroon tayo dito po. Example, ha?
6.1. May ask a question. Yung ba China, meron silang coordinates? Yung 9-dash line nila? Wala eh. Tayo nga, may baseline eh. May baseline.
Tingnan niyo po. Si Marcoleta, ready,
May
prepared.
coordinates pa? Wala eh. Tayo nga, may baseline survey law eh. Sila wala eh. Kung ano mangkinin kanila eh. So, I want to find out where are the coordinates of China in the West Philippine Sea. Ayan po yung mapa ng China. Makikita po ninyo yung 6.1. Kapag yan po ay tinignan ninyo at pinag-aralan po ninyo yan, yan po ay nakatala doon sa International Hieroglyphics Organization or S23. Lahat po ng coordinates nandyan. Kaya nga po pinoproblema natin, hanggang ngayon, wala pa po tayong ganyan. Sana man lang yung West Philippine Sea, kapag ka lahat po ng kailangan ng United Nations, kasi bago po tayo
Yun po, narinig ninyo po, nakuha ninyo ang puntos ni Senator Marcoleta, no? So, sabi niya, kailangan, excuse me, ang China may coordinates nila po, yung 6.1, nakita nila, no? Nakita natin po. Ang Pilipinas, wala pa, masking mga papo, but we keep on saying sa atin ito, we even don't know how far we can claim dyan po sa West Philippine Sea po. Kaya nga sabi ni Senator Marcoleta, we have to do these things po and then submit it to the United Nations and other bodies concerned para our case will be strong. If we don't do these things po, na wala mangyari sa atin. So he is very concerned sa Pilipinas po. It is not that he is supporting ang China, which the other camp is saying he is supporting ang China. No? Sa palagay ninyo po, how do you look? Me, that's how I look at it. No? In fact, maganda ito si Marcoleta because si Marcoleta is really protecting and alam niya po what he's doing. No? Alam niya, hindi yung kagaya ni Senate President, sabi niya na wala daw coordinates ang China. You see what happened? Nag-present ng coordinates si Rodante Marcoleta, napahiya siya dyan po, yung 6.1. No? Yun ang problema sa atin po. No? Yun ang problema. So that's the thing that I'm trying to say po, no? Let's understand po. I'm not, I am supporting Marcoleta because I saw ang point niya po, no? He's trying to make our case stronger. No? Instead of just talking, say sa amin yan, ito, pero walang backup, mga ebidensya po, no? Supporting papers. Kailangan po, meron tayong supporting papers dyan po, no? And, tingnan natin, meron pa ba tayo dito? Let's see, itong video clip. Hold on, ha?
Kung totoo man na talagang sinusuportahan ng armed forces yung totoo, statement po nila eh. Kaya nga po, payagan niyo kung i-continue ang aking pagtatanong. Yung pong lahat ng cabinet members po, cabinet secretaries, they're alter ego of the president. Kung halimbawa po nagsalita na ang presidente, magsasalita po ba sila inconsistent with the statement of the president? I'm asking this question, Mr. President, because on January 29, a few days ago, 2026, the Philippine News Agency released this particular statement from the President of the Philippines. PBBM supports a firm with diplomacy approach in dealing with the rising war of words between Philippines and the Chinese officials over the West Philippine Sea. Pag pinag-uusapan po natin diplomacy, tama po ba yung ginagawa ni... Ako po, sinasabi ko lang, nagsalita na po ang Pangulo eh. Firm with diplomacy. Alam po kasi ng Pangulo natin, Mr. President, walang kapupuntahan yung patot sa dahan. Meron po ang record ng mga patot sa dahan, Mr. President, from January 1 hanggang kahapon. Ito po, January 1, nanggaling po sa ating ginagalang na senador. January 9, galing po ay Commodore Tariela. January 10, Tariela na naman. January 12, Philippine National Maritime Council. January 13, Representative De Lima. January 15, Commodore Tariela. January 14 and 15, Commodore Tariela. January 16, Tariela pa rin. January 16, Representative Shel Jokno of the House of Representatives. January 17, National Maritime Council. January 19, Bayan Party List. January 20, Senator Ontiveros posting on her FB. January 22, Tariela na naman. January 23, again, Senator Ontiveros and Strat-Based Institute. January 23 again, nasama po kayo, Senator Kiko. January 24, Tariela na naman. Napakarami po, tatlo yung kay Tariela, January 24, January 25, Senator Erwin Tulfo. January 26, si Tariela na naman po. January 27, si Tariela naman po, sa tuwing ganito ang ginagawa natin, sagot na sagot po ang Chinese Embassy. So wala na pong katapusan na pag-iringan at pasaringan na po ito, Mr. President. Ito po bang tagal ng pagpapatsadahan na to, Mr. President? Nakakahuli po ba tayo kahit na ilang kilong galunggong lang sa West Philippine Sea? Bumababa po ba ang presyo ng bilihin ng dahil sa patutsadahan na ito? Ito po ba'y makakatulong sa atin? Kaya po ng pinost ko kanina, yung po bang nasusunog na gusali? Para mapatay mo yun, sasabuyan mo ba ng gasolina? O bubombahin mo ng tubig na malamig, Mr. President? Ito lamang po ang pinakapunto rito eh. Mr. President, wala po akong ginagawa para depensahan ang China. Ang ginagawa ko po para magkaisa tayo, hanapin natin ang talagang paraan paano natin lalong palakasin ang paninindigan na to at magsimula tayo. Sana po, maitala natin sa lalong madaling panahon yung mapa ng West Philippine Sea at magkaisa tayo ngayon. Ipilit natin yun. Pero kung wala pa po yun, yun nga po, puro ang tinatawag po natin ay megabond diplomacy na hindi po nakakatulong kahit pa paano natin kwentahin, Mr. President. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President, at maraming salamat sa inyong panahon, Good Senator. At sana sa mga susunod pang panahon ay makapiling natin ang mga ilang taong binanggit sa kapulungan ito para magkaroon po tayo ng kahit sa seminar lang. Lalo po nating mapag-aralan kung saan tayo nanggagaling sa lahat ng panig, Mr. President. Thank you.
So, yun po. Nakuha ninyo ang puntos ni Senator Marcoleta. Rodante Marcoleta po, no? He is not defending ang China. But he wants na ang Pilipinas will be strong. Kailangan meron natin yung mapa, ang mga coordinates natin po, no? And present it. Kaya ang China, they have their map. They have ang mga coordinates sila po. Kaya nga, when they talk, matapang sila po. Tayo, we only talk, pero hindi supported with documents. Ano ba yun? Hero Angel is watching also. Yes, thank you very much for watching. No? And Godspeed, hope everything is running smoothly sa buhay ni Hero Angel. Alright, meron pa ako dito isang video clip kay Senator Rodante Marcoleta po. Let's watch and listen to this.
Hanapin natin ang talagang paraan paano na si Tariela naman po. Sa tuwing ganito ang ginagawa natin, sagot na sagot po ang Chinese Embassy. So wala na pong katapusan na pag-iringan at pasaringan na po ito, Mr. President. Ito po bang tagal ng pagpapatsadahan na to, Mr. President? Nakakahuli po ba tayo kahit na ilang kilong galunggong lang sa West Philippine Sea? Bumababa po ba ang presyo ng bilihin ng dahil sa patutsadahan na ito? Ito po ba'y makakatulong sa atin? Gaya po ng pinost ko kanina, yung po bang nasusunog na gusali? Para mapatay mo yun, sasabuyan mo ba ng gasolina? O bubombahin mo ng tubig na malamig, Mr. President? Ito lamang po ang pinakapunto rito eh. Mr. President, wala po akong ginagawa para depensahan ang China. Ang ginagawa ko po para magkaisa tayo, hanapin natin ang talagang paraan paano natin lalong palakasin ang papaninindigan na to at magsimula tayo. Sana po, maitala natin sa lalong madaling panahon yung mapa ng West Philippine Sea at magkaisa tayo ngayon. Naipilit natin yon. Pero kung wala pa po yun, yun nga po, puro ang tinatawag po natin ay megabond diplomacy na hindi po nakakatulong.
Alright, yun po, narinig natin, no? May puntos talaga po, may puntos talaga siya po, no? And let's see po what will happen next. Let's see what will happen next po. Alright, now, yun ang sitwasyon and I will be monitoring itong debate dyan po sa Senado. Today, still ongoing sila. And whatever news makuha ko dyan po sa session nila today po, si Pangilinan and Alan Peter Cayetano po, no? I will make sure po that you will be properly informed po, no? I might not be able to give you ang sabi natin breaking news, but I will make sure that ang news that you will receive fresh na fresh pa rin po. So yun ang dalawang topic na mayroon tayo dito ngayon, no? Ang impeachment, dalawang impeachment complaint against BBM na ligtas na ang presidente po, si President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. Kung mayroon pa gusto i-impeach sa kanya po, file ang complaint po, they have to wait until 2027 po. Hindi na pwede po, tapos na ang oportunidad, no? Dahil sa yon 1 year policy ban, so isang impeachment lang po in 1 year po. So let's see kung 2027 mayroon pa po, because the way we look at it po, no? This is really politically motivated po. Politically motivated. Let's also see po ano mangyari po kay dalawang impeachment cases against Inday Sara, which was filed last week po. Will it be they will find sufficient in form and sufficient in substance, or ano po, no? Or ano? But the way how people are looking at it po, no? Expected, yung impeachment complaint against BBM po, they are expecting that it will not push through. It will be dismissed, which it really happened today. Yun naman ng speculations, expectations ng mga tao, karamihan ng mga tao dyan po sa Pilipinas, and dito even sa Malaysia po, ang Filipino community, especially dyan po sa Kota Kinabalu, Sabah po. We are expecting, no? Na itong impeachment case ni Inday Sara Duterte will push through, no? Because obviously they want to make sure that Inday Sara Duterte will be out from the 2028 presidential election. That's how we look at it sa Sabah, sa Kota Kinabalu po. Yun po ang opinion ng mga Filipinos, or opinion ko po mismo po. That's how I look at it. No? It is between Marcos and Duterte po. Duterte po. That is the problem now po. No? And who is suffering? Ang mga pobreng Pilipino kagaya sa atin po. Mga pobreng Filipino kagaya sa atin. Yung mga mayaman po, wala silang problema eh. Anytime, maskin ng essential goods natin, tumaas na po, no? Ang mga presyo po, sa kanila walang problema. Kasi may mga pera sila. But what happened sa mga kagaya sa atin po, no? Ordinaryong Pilipino po? Kung sobra mataas ng presyo ng essential goods natin po, instead of eating 3 times a week, 3 times a day po, nagiging 2 times a day na lang po. No? Sometimes 1 day, once a day na lang po. And there are some people, no? A certain percentage ng Filipino community po, wala talaga pagkain po. No? Samantala, itong mga greedy politicians natin po involved sa flood control projects, wala silang problema. Anytime they can fly. No? Should anything happen sa Pilipinas po, sino kawawa? Tayo po. Should anything happen between Philippines and China po, economic ties, trading ties natin po, kung mag-stop ang China po, walang problema itong mga tao, mga congressmen, mga senators natin. Sino ang kawawa? Ang mga overseas Filipino workers dyan po sa China. Sino ang kawawa? Ang mga farmers natin po dyan po sa Pilipinas, who is selling ang mga agricultural products natin po, kagaya ang bananas, no? Pineapple. Kung sabihin ng China, we will not accept, we will not do any business with you. Pwede ba yun po? Itong mga politicians concerned, can they feed mga Filipinos po? Definitely po, they will not do that. They will run. So mag-isip-isip tayo po. Dapat ba? We have to, itong dispute, conflict, war of words between government officials at saka ang China po should continue. Batikos dito, batikos doon. Kaya nga sabi ni Senator Marcoleta, itong mga exchange of words natin, mga government officials natin, bullying or whoever is bullying po between China, the way how I look at it, China is just reacting. But ang Pilipino, ang mga officials natin po, they're saying, tayo yung reacting. Na ganun na lang ba po? We will not be able to solve the problem po. No? How do you look at it po? No? Sana lang, I hope and pray na matapos na itong problema natin po. May mga problema na tayo po sa flood control projects. Hanggang ngayon po, wala na pa. Wala. Sino ba ang mastermind? Hindi natin alam po. Alam na namin, mga Pilipino. No? But they are hiding itong mga tao. Alam na namin mga mastermind. But, ang mga official natin po is not doing the part. That's how we look at it. No? Flood control projects, marami tayong problema po. I hope we will solve this problem. So siguro muna hanggang dito na lang ang programa natin for Wednesday po kasi bago lang ako dumating sa Kuala Lumpur and I will be staying here. I will be observing a Chinese New Year celebration nila dito sa Kuala Lumpur. So I will be spending a little longer dito po and whatever I can share with you dito sa Kuala Lumpur po, especially ang celebration ng Valentine's Day at saka Chinese New Year po, I will share it with you po. I will share it with you. So in the meantime, again, si Nico Fabian, maski paano po, I hope I manage to give you, enlighten you, share with you, and you will be able, you're able to get or have a clear picture or a picture of what is happening po dyan po sa Pilipinas, especially itong impeachment issues sa Pilipinas at saka ang West Philippine Sea, ang debate between what is happening dyan po sa Senado and sa Congress po. Maski paano po, I hope I managed to help. I managed to help clear ang mga minds ninyo po. So, with this, si Nico Fabian, once again would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Ingat tayong lahat and I'll see you in my next episode. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines, God bless us all and I love you. All of you, I love you. Bye.